Leader of the House Indranee Rajah says no further action will be taken against Workers' Party MPs Sylvia and Mr. Faisal Manap, as the case has passed the time limit under the law. The decision relates to findings that they had been untruthful to Parliament's Committee of Privileges during its inquiry into Raeesah Khan, who admitted to lying in Parliament in 2021. Ms. Indranee adds that the House had already signalled its clear disapproval of lying to Parliament or its committees in a motion passed in January, as Sabrina Ng reports.
The final chapter of a case that started with a lie told nearly 5 years ago. Addressing Parliament, Leader of the House Indranee Rajah said the House is legally unable to impose penalties as the case falls outside time limits set out under the Parliament, Privileges, Immunities and Powers Act, or PPIPA.
Had the timelines been different, I would have proposed a different course of action. This outcome has happened because even though this House was entitled to act on the committee's findings in 2021, it decided to give Ms. Lim and Mr. Faisal the benefit of the doubt for the time being. Even though the committee's findings have now been effectively confirmed by the High Court judgment, the law, in this case, the time bar provisions of PPIPA, must be observed.
The relevant conduct of Ms. Lim and Mr. Faisal took place in December 2021, during the first session of the 14th Parliament. Following a midterm break in March 2023, the House reconvened for the second session of the 14th Parliament. Then, Mr. Singh was convicted by the District Court, but had made an appeal. As such, Parliament deferred consideration of Ms. Lim and Mr. Faisal's cases. By the time the High Court had delivered its judgment, the 14th Parliament had dissolved, and an election had taken place to elect the 15th Parliament. PPIPA only allows Parliament to punish offences committed during the current session or the last session of the previous Parliament. Since Ms. Lim and Mr. Faisal's cases took place in the first session of the 14th Parliament, it is no longer open for the 15th Parliament to impose penalties. However, Ms. Indranee stresses that Parliament is not without recourse.
The House could, if it wished, pass a motion to express regret at such conduct. Such a motion would serve to signal Parliament's disapproval, as it did in Mr. Singh's case in January this year. However, it should be noted that in the January motion, this House had already signalled its clear disapproval of lying to Parliament or its committees.
I've noted what the Minister is proposing that the House do. I'm not standing up to object to it, but I think it's important for me to also state that my response on some of the issues that she mentioned, I've made them on the 14th of January during the debate on the motion on the LO, and I don't think I need to repeat them, that's all.
Ms. Sylvia Lim remains a sitting MP for Aljunied GRC, while Mr. Faisal Manap lost his seat after contesting in Tampines GRC during the last election.